Okay, good evening, everyone. It's Shelley Johns here from Gympie, and welcome to our call tonight, our webinar, which is all about Herbalife Nutrition, making the world healthier and happier. And we're really passionate about helping people get great results and giving you that support that you need to get to where you need to go and then maintain it. So I just thought I'd just go through my story and then we'll go on to the rest of the slides. So I've just got to find the little arrow. There it is. Okay, so this is my before and after. So this one here is when, it's probably 1 or 2 years after I got involved in the company. I was 22, I'm just guessing there because this is a photo of me in Sydney, Larry Thompson standing next to me. And I was really shy, and you can tell that I had some weight to lose, and my hair was always really oily up the top and frizzy down the bottom. It's really strange, bizarre hair. I used to get cold sores all the time, and even though I probably thought I was really healthy in my 20s. There's probably a few things with my immune system and tummy pains and things like that. So I got started on the products, and at the beginning, I just used what I could, and then I just kept adding as I went. So after I had my girls, I'd put on a bit of weight. So this is after I'd had both girls, and I was very tired. They weren't sleeping. I was painting murals at night, and I'd stopped kind of exercising during the day, and I probably was a little bit slack on my nutrition, and started having a cup of teas and bickies at night when I was painting, and I packed on a fair bit of weight. I think I got up to about 93 kilos. And as you can see, I was not very happy about having my photo taken at this stage. But I used the products through both my pregnancies, and I did have amazing pregnancies. I was 35 when I was pregnant with Mackenzie, and 37 I was pregnant with Caitlin. And I really did breeze through the pregnancies, no stretch marks, plenty of energy, very minimum morning sickness and that sort of thing. The only thing I didn't use is any of the energy products. I didn't use as much as I wanted to. I just did it in moderation, just like you would do with tea and coffee and things like that. I also use the products for breastfeeding or for good nutrition, which obviously the girls got all that great nutrition. And I love that the girls are a bit older now. Caitlin's 9 and Mackenzie's 11. They've never been on antibiotics. They've never had gastro. They don't even know what it is. Like, someone came around the other day and was talking about gastro. Mackenzie said, "What's gastro?" Which I thought was really interesting. So they know about nutrition. I feel like I've given them the best start possible. And now I've gone on to lose 20.2 kilos and 3 dress sizes. This was taken last week, this photo. So I'm 47 now. I love the nutrition on healthy aging. Of course we want to look younger if we can, or slow down the aging process and not have those dietary related diseases that our parents and grandparents and great grandparents had. I don't have any grandparents left, and I really want to set a good example for my girls on healthy aging and just looking after yourself. And so I definitely encourage you, if you're listening for the first time, to give the nutrition a try. And the skin as well is amazing. So that's basically my story. And we don't claim to cure anything. You'll probably hear a few disclaimers, but it makes sense. If you give your body all the nutrition it needs in balance every single day, your body will automatically move towards wellness. That's what it's designed to do. So, and I've been using Herbalife now for 27 years, and I'm looking forward to another 27 or more. So let's get on with it. Okay, so these are some of the facts about Herbalife. Just, you might not know that we've been operating now for over 38 years, which is excellent. We're in over 90 countries around the world. So that means that we're very scrutinised as a product. We have to get into each country, go through each of their regulations, sometimes state regulations as well. So, just know that the products are safe for everyone because of what we have to go through to even get them into each country. There's over 65 million people all around the world that have used Herbalife. We offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, and this has been from day one for all our retail clients. So, we've got a lot of confidence in our products that they work. We have our scientific and nutrition advisory board. We've got some amazing doctors and nutritionists and scientists that work on our products every single day. And they're wanting that leading edge technology and getting our products at least 50 years ahead of our competition. So it's pretty exciting as well for the future. We're publicly listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So again, very transparent as a company. To get into the New York Stock Exchange and listed, you have to go through a lot, and you've got to be extremely transparent. And our difference really is providing personalised follow-up to our clients. You're not just walking to a shop, grabbing a product, leaving, and you never see that person again that served you, you know, we stick with our clients. And I know I've got some clients now that I've been ringing twice a week because they need it for years, because, you know, you've just got to do whatever it takes to help that person get the results that they need. And this is our disclaimer. I know I went through it before, that we don't claim to cure anything with our products. When your body receives everything it needs in balance every single day and it's able to absorb it to the cellular level, your body will automatically move towards wellness. So you'll hear this a little bit as we go along. Okay, some of the laws that I was telling you about, just to get it into Australia. So these are some of the laws of the Australian government. And Herbalife is classed as food by the FDA. So if we're looking at the labelling laws, which every single product you see has a label on it, and this is a law of the Australian government, and basically everything that's in the product must be stated on the label. And if someone couldn't take the product for any reason, it would have to be stated on the label. And you see that sometimes, you know, if someone's got a health condition, do not take this product, you'll see it on the label. And the mega dosage law states that if there was too much of any one ingredient in any of our products, we wouldn't even be able to have it in the country in the first place. So what this does is it gives you that confidence that the products are 100% safe for everybody. So if you've got a body, you can take the products. Okay, so who can use the products? So we definitely recommend to use the products as directed on the labels. So obviously we've got people that are sports people and athletes. You've also got professional sports people using the products. You know, if you're busy executive, you know, you've got a high stress job, active mums and parents, women, men, children, and any age really. So it's quite a versatile product. And yes, we have programs, but we've also got targeted nutrition, aloe products and things like that. We've got lots and lots of different things that you can add into your inner and outer nutrition. So what the body needs, and this is something that I learnt very early on. So just imagine that you've got a dinner plate and there's a question mark on it. And the question you need to ask yourself is, are you getting everything that your body needs every single day in balance? And then are you able to absorb it? This is a good question to ask yourself. So we really want to help you take that question mark off your plate so that you're getting a healthy, balanced meal, that you know, things that your body needs. So these are some of the things: carbohydrates, protein, doesn't have to be animal protein, mind you, vitamins and minerals, fiber, and that can be soluble and insoluble fiber, essential fatty acids and healthy oils. There's lots of really good ones that are good for you that your body needs. Amino acids. I know that in the Formula One, there's actually some amino acids in there that make you feel more happy and uplifted. So maybe that's why we're so happy when we're on our Formula One. Herbs for cleansing and botanicals, and water. We definitely need the water because most of the products are water soluble, which means they need that water to work properly. So make sure people are always drinking enough water. Okay, so, and you want that in balance every single day. So we know that Herbalife provides these in balance, plus you add the water in. And so it's taking that question mark off your plate. Okay, so let's talk about cellular nutrition, because you probably have seen this in some of the brochures if you've looked through, and you might have heard what cellular nutrition is. So this is the concept of cellular nutrition and why Herbalife Nutrition is so unique. And basically the cleansing herbs, which I'll show you what cellular nutrition is after this, they help to cleanse the villi. So villi are basically, if you put your hand up and wiggle it like this, so villi are in your intestinal tract. So when you eat food, it passes through your digestive system and over these villi and absorbed to the cells. That's really what should happen. But what happens through poor nutrition and stress and 20th century living, medication, you name it, these villi become impaired and they break off and they end up looking like a clenched fist. So there's not as much surface area and that absorption is impaired. So we need all the cleansing herbs and botanical and the good nutrition to get that villi growing back nice and healthy again, so that when the food passes over, got this great surface area, it's easily absorbed to the cellular level. So cellular nutrition helps cleanse the villi, helps you to absorb more nutrition to the cells where they need to go so that you can regenerate the healthiest cells possible. Okay, just imagine if you had a videotape and that you made a copy of that videotape and then a copy of the copy and a copy of the copy, what the quality of the picture would look like by the time you've copied it 10 times. So we're really wanting to take it back to that master copy, and not that we use videos anymore, but you know what I mean. It's easier to use that as example. So we want you to get you back to that master copy, the high definition version of cells, okay? And hang on 2 seconds. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so This is why cellular nutrition is so important. So I just want to show you the Herbalife Cellular Nutrition, which is Formula 1 and Formula 2. So this one's, like the car, and this one's the engine, and they both go together to combine to become cellular nutrition. So you need these. This is your foundation of your every single program that you'll see. So Formula 1 is like your healthy meal. Generally, it's 2 scoops per recipe, but sometimes I might use more, so it's kind of individualized as well. And it really does provide the body with good quality protein, fiber, minerals, vitamins, good fats and oils, amino acids, etc. But just remember, this product is heat sensitive. You don't want to boil it, bake it, or microwave it for too long, because it will reduce the effectiveness of the nutrition. So best just to put on something warm or that's been heated up first and then add it in. That's what I would suggest. And Formula 2 multivitamin complex is more than just a multivitamin. It's got the cleansing herbs and botanicals. This is one of the things that really helps get that villi cleansed and regenerated and able to absorb better. So it's 1 tab 3 times a day. And it provides the body with vitamins, minerals, plant extracts. So you'll notice when you have this, sometimes your wee will be bright yellow. Don't worry, that's normal. Mine's been like that for 27 years. It's got cleansing herbs, botanicals, and I do believe it helps with nutrient absorption, and it's great for stress and craving. So sometimes if I'm having a particularly, sort of stressful time, or maybe time where I'm pushing myself, I'll take extra of these. So remember, these two go together, and these make cellular nutrition. And the Formula 1 comes in 5 fantastic flavors as well: vanilla, berry, which is probably my favorite, mint chocolate, which goes really nice and thick, and cookies and cream, which is quite popular as well. And there's so many different recipes which we're going to cover. So Jan, did you have anything else to add to this?
Yes, particularly the Formula 1, and like you said, it is heat sensitive, and I have noticed recently a lot of people are making cakes with it, so it's not good to put it in the oven because it does destroy the nutrient content. But because it does have the amino acids, it really does help you feel good. And I do call the Formula 1 attitude food because it really does help. And it's just a helpful hint when you're getting people on the products. Pay attention to their voice. Once they've been on the products a good few days, and then perhaps they get a little bit slack after a few days, you can hear it in their voice. They don't sound quite as bouncy. So that's a little hint that you can pick up when you're doing your follow-up. But I know with the Formula 1 in our family, when we first got started, my daughter used to have serious mood swings. So once she got started on the nutrition, and she was losing some weight as well, which was really good, her mood swings just didn't happen any longer. And with my son, he used to get very, very uptight and stressed and a little bit aggressive sometimes, and that really did make a big difference for him. He used to, for weight gain, he actually gained 30 kilos of good lean muscle mass, and really good healthy weight. But even to today, he does work long hours. He does have 3 shakes a day, 1 for breakfast, takes 2 to work. And I do know by the weekend, if he's not having his 3 shakes, there is a bit of tension there. So definitely the Formula 1 is absolutely brilliant.
That's fantastic. Attitude food. So if you want to have a great attitude, take your Formula 1.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Jan. And yeah, so there's lots of great recipes out there. So my suggestion is, if you're trying to make the Herbie egg muffins or making a cake with it, put the personalized protein powder in instead, which we'll cover. And then when you make the icing, which you could do out of yogurt or something low fat, add the Formula 1 into that and then put it on top or into the center instead. That's what I would recommend, because you're still having your Formula 1, but you're not baking the nutrition out of it. So excellent. I hope that's helpful. Okay, so we also have this brand new product that was just launched last month. And of course, it's really popular with anyone that's maybe gluten intolerant, or lactose intolerant mainly. And it's a beautiful product. It's a Formula 1 Select, and it's free from soy, free from lactose, free from gluten, and free from nuts. So and it's almost vegan friendly, but it does have bee pollen in it. So if you're super, super strict vegan, then it's not suitable. But if you're one of those relaxed vegans that still might have their own eggs and things like that, then you'll probably find this perfect as well, and obviously quite suitable for vegetarians. So it's a beautiful tasting product, and it makes all the same recipes as the Formula 1. So I would love someone to share what they've been doing with the Formula 1 Select. Have you added this one in, Jan?
Yeah, only occasionally, but I do have a young woman in Sydney, and she's a little bit sensitive to all those sort of things. And since she's been using it, she's had fabulous results, feels a lot more satisfied more quickly, and really getting much better results, actually. Not so puffy.
Excellent. Yeah, well, I know Sharon Hayes from Adelaide, that she's lost over 50 kilos on the Herbalife Nutrition, and then she's obviously celiac with a gluten intolerance, and so she was able to use the personalised protein powder and some of the H24, but now she's been able to add this in, and she's so excited that she can add this Formula One Select into her nutrition program as well, and just to help with her toning and maybe some extra results that she's working on. So I would definitely recommend, if you've got anyone you know that's lactose intolerant or gluten intolerant, definitely get them on this product.
Oh, Shelley, I love it. Sorry to interrupt, but I have it every day, and I have it with almond milk, and I have digestive problems, and it's magic, absolutely magic. I don't have any hassles at all with it. It's great.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Shelley, Jennifer, my granddaughter, Talia, she can't eat cake or anything, doesn't have any milk. She gets really bad tummy problems, and she loves it. She says it's excellent. She says sometimes she can use, some light milk, and she doesn't get any kind of problems with the tummy anymore. So, it definitely is working, and it's selling so much product. There's a lot of people who've got various forms of tummy problems, and it's really working.
Excellent. Thank you, Jennifer. And thank you for being on the call. And thank you for sharing, Lindy, as well. We really, really appreciate it. So that's excellent. So really great feedback on this brand new product. So the different types of recipes that you can use, and really, and as Mark Hughes always said, you're only limited by your own imagination, and that definitely comes to for the products as well. So I just wanted to share some of the things that you can make. So obviously we've got this great recipe called the Herbie Egg Muffin, and you do put it in the microwave for about 35 seconds. You can use the personalised protein powder with it, and then add some yogurt with the Formula One after if you wish. But if I'm microwaving the Formula One, I only do it for 35 seconds and no more. That's it. That's as much as I will do. 1 or 2 minutes is just not going to give you the nutrition benefits that you need. Okay. You can do frozen bananas and add in other frozen fruits and make a healthy ice cream out of it. So great for summer coming up, or a sorbet. Any type of gourmet smoothie. So any smoothie that you love, you can just add the Formula One in, blend it up, and it's fantastic. To make healthy chocolate. So you just melt some organic coconut oil, add in some Formula One, mix it really well, and then so any Formula One flavour. So this is obviously the berry. You could add in some shredded coconut or desiccated coconut, cocoa powder or raw cacao powder. There's lots of different things, nuts and seeds and berries. And then you freeze it in these molds or just in a tray for about 10 to 15 minutes, break it up, and then it tastes like beautiful, healthy chocolate. So I had a couple of girls come last week to the centre, and I made them some white chocolate because they were eating blocks of white chocolate. And obviously it wasn't going to help the results, so I showed them this healthier version, and they loved it. So this is a really great recipe to have. This one is called Herbie Bliss Bombs. So you make some popcorn, then you make up a batch of the healthy chocolate and you drizzle it over the top, and you can add some nuts and seeds or even a little bit of honey, and it's really delicious and quite a nice, it's salty. You can add a little bit of salt on it, so it's salty, sweet and crunchy, which a lot of people like that combination. Again, these are different gourmet smoothies. Smoothie bowls are very popular. I would just suggest that you Google some of the recipes, and you can either make it with some yogurt or some almond milk and just blend it up first with some fruit, and then pour it into a bowl, and then you can add nuts and seeds and berries and fruit or whatever you like. It can be as intricate or as simple as you like, and they're very, very popular. And guess what, you can eat your meal that way. So if you feel like eating something, it's fantastic. And then you've got lots of different protein balls that you can make, and these are all non-bake. And again, you can use oats, and you can use coconut, almond meal, adding in the Formula One with a little bit of coconut oil and nuts and seeds and berries, and get really creative. I know there's one with lemon juice and lemon zest, which is really nice. So there's really, really lots of different types of recipes, and there's some amazing recipe books out there. But just be aware of not baking, boiling or microwaving the Formula One, just so that you're not reducing the nutrition content. So did I have some people that will have some great recipes you'd like to share?
I just copied those.
I probably have quite a few, but I couldn't tell you offhand exactly what's in a lot of them, because I do them myself, as you've done here. Yeah, Shelley. So it's really just searching for recipes and then adding in the Formula One and the protein powder. I love doing all that because you're always looking for something, perhaps to eat. Yeah.
Just in reference to weight loss, though, I mean, these are all absolutely yummy. Just for a weight loss person, just be careful that they don't indulge, because obviously it will deter their, end result. I mean, having a couple as a healthy snack is absolutely brilliant, but just be careful, not too many.
Really great tip for that, Jan. So, for example, these chocolates here, obviously they look bigger in the picture, but 2 or 4 would make a healthy snack. And the protein balls the same, depending on the size. Don't make big, ginormous ones. So you just have some smallish ones, and you could have 2 to 4 as a healthy snack. So your portion control, especially on weight loss, is really important. But hey, if you're on weight gain, just go for it.
Shirley, Jennifer here. I don't always make things like this, like the sweeter things, but I prefer savoury things, and I do sometimes put it in some soup. But I'll add some pepper and salt because of the sweetness in the Formula One. So it's another way of making, especially when it's cold, winter. You want something warmer and you want to change from a cold shake, putting it in soup is good.
Yes, thank you, Jennifer. And that's a really great point, because some people are more savoury, which is where the personalised protein powder comes in, and we'll go through that. And also the Formula One can make a warm drink. So you can actually warm it up. You don't have to boil it. And you could have like a hot chocolate or something like that. So,
Shelley.
Yes, Carol?
I've been given, excuse my voice, low-fat jelly, and I grind up some almonds in it, and then put, I do half the water and a protein powder, and it's a guilt-free snack. You can just go to the fridge and pick up a little block and eat it, and it's been a success with a lot of my customers.
So you have jelly. Did you say almonds or almond milk?
Low-fat jelly with almonds, and I grind the almonds up. Yep. And when you stir it up and put it in the bullet and you put it down, it comes out in layers. It looks absolutely fantastic.
Oh, we'll have to get a copy of that.
That's the picture. That's a picture and the recipe.
Sorry?
Send the picture and the recipe.
No worries, I will.
Thank you. So as we said, you're only limited by your own imagination, and you've just heard all that. There's amazing new recipes coming out all the time. So don't be afraid to get creative. Okay, so let's go on. So now we're going to cover some results, and as we always say, individual results may vary, and these results aren't typical, but we're showing you what's possible, okay? And so obviously some people might want to be more into fitness and getting some muscle definition. This is one of my clients, Cole. He lost over 20 kilos and he's maintained now. This is Joanna from Perth. So obviously after she's had her 3rd baby and just toning up that tummy area. This is Julian from Brisbane, who obviously was wanting to be more into fitness. Shanice from Melbourne, she was mainly just wanting to tone up. She ran a lot and but wasn't getting those results. So she's got more energy now. She's just had a baby. And also, I've forgotten her name, but Shannon, she's lost over 40 kilos as well. So this is a mum of 4. So, it's all sorts of different results. It's not just weight loss, but it's, we can help you reach your individual goals. So I'd love, Jan, for you to share your results on the products. I know you've been using them for a long time, and what's happened for you.
Goodness, I think it'd have to be about 32 years now. But when I first started on the products, we didn't have all the product range that we have today. It was basic cellular nutrition, and I did start on that, and really it was absolutely incredible what happened in sort of immediately. What I found was I'd always been yo-yoing before that, and I had trouble sort of losing weight. I come from a very obese family. My mum was 140 kilos, so was a sister. All the 3 brothers were all very large. They all died early 60s. So I didn't want that to happen for me and my family to have to go through that trauma. So I was always looking for something, and thank goodness Herbalife found me. And when I started on the products, what I initially found is I had extra vitality within a couple of extra days of being on the products. Within a short period of time, I found that my skin began to clear up because I had adult acne, and that was really great for vanity, I suppose. But initially I did lose 7 kilos and 2 dress sizes, and that was really, really good. And people sort of did notice that, and they noticed that I was had a lot more vitality. But even though we can't make claims these days, and I'm not making a claim, but what really happened for me personally and why I got so emotionally attached to the products is because I'd suffered with serious migraine for about 30 odd years, and I was using so many different preparations, even different nutritional products that I heard was supposedly going to help me, but they never did. But within a matter of, I think, about 6 or 8 weeks of being on the nutrition, then I added a couple of the targeted products when they came into the country. One of them was the Dong Quai, and I found within I think about 6 or 7 weeks, I found that my migraines lessened. I wasn't having as many, they weren't as severe, and then a few weeks after that, they never had a migraine ever since. So for me, that's why I got so emotionally attached to the products, and it did give me the products, obviously, to begin to talk about them. So for me, it is about weight loss, because I keep my weight under control, which is so important because I don't want to end up like my mum. But for good health, I'm 77 now, and in good health and have extra, vitality, which I think is very, very important for these days for people sort of as we mature. I'm not allowed to say old, but as we mature.
Yep. Thank you, Jan. That's an amazing result. And I just love hearing it every single time. You've got the most amazing skin as well. So I just love the results that you've got and continue to get. And I know Jennifer Jan was actually your customer. So how do you feel knowing that you've changed her life like that?
Well, it's great. And we're like the best friends. We see each other all the time. So this whole Herbalife story of family and friendship, and like Rosemary been around forever, there's nothing like our business. And to get someone started, and I remember, I have to share the story because Jan was also reluctant even about the business, and I love to tell this story because Gary at one stage said to Jan, look, you should, go to America and go to one of the big, events that were on. And Jan was a bit scared to do that. And that was a long time ago. And eventually she got on that plane and she did it. And look where she is today. And it is exciting, to share a life, a Herbalife, with somebody else.
Absolutely. And so, even your confidence and everything's grown, hasn't it, Jan?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't be here without Herbalife and Jennifer and Gary's support and encouragement.
Oh, so thank you. Well, let's move on. It's such great hearing all these results. We've got many more to share, don't worry. So let's go on to one of our next products. I really wanted to cover the personalised protein powder, which is now in the bigger container, because you can personalise your protein needs. And I really love the high quality of this protein. And it probably really suits Jennifer, who's more savoury. So if you're more a savoury person, don't worry, because this is great because it's hardly got any taste to it, and it's not heat sensitive. You can put it in your cooking. So this can go in your soups and casseroles and pancakes and smoothies and all that to boost the protein content, thicken it up, but it also can put into your smoothies as well. So it's very, very versatile. It makes it really creamy and thick. So I find when you add in extra protein, yes, it's going to help you build lean body mass faster. So you want to build muscle. And of course, as we get older, we want to maintain or build on our muscle mass because it helps with healthy aging. It helps our skin to have that better integrity and to look younger for longer. So we really want that muscle development and recovery. Plus, it's great for hunger. It helps you feel satisfied. So if you've got anyone on a program or you're just one of those people that feels hungry all the time, add this one in. And it's a great complement to any of the nutrition programs and products. And you can add it into your cooking. And guess what? The kids don't even know it's in there. So I often add things in and the girls don't even know it's in pasta sauces and soups or gravy or anything like that. So did anyone want to add something to this great product?
Yeah, I can if it's all right.
Yeah, Lindy.
Because of the needs of the boys and they're really specific with their diets, Benjamin in particular, he's autistic and non-verbal, and so I have to find ways around his food that works well that I can incorporate into the home. So what I do is I make homemade minced nuggets and I put the protein powder into the nuggets. And so when I roll them and then cooking them, then he's actually getting it, not because autistic kids are really taste sensitive. So then he has that food and he doesn't even realise he's having it, but it stops him from eating a whole lot. So
excellent.
That's perfect for our house.
Yeah, that's an amazing tip. Thank you, Lindy. Because I make healthy popcorn chicken, I'm going to add that into now. I've never even thought about that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So let's move on. we have our cellulose. So this gets added to our Shape Up program. Also the Quick Start Advanced and Ultimate, which we're going to be showing you. So it's a really, really popular product. It has plant-based ingredients and added minerals, and it helps support fluid balance and appearance of healthy skin. So I know myself personally, not making any health claims, that I've just found it's really helped with that bumpy lumps on my legs. It smoothed it out, and I just found it really helped with my centimetre loss. And also when I was flying on planes, my ankles and legs would get puffy and sore, so I'd take a couple before I got on the plane, and then while I was flying I also took a couple, and with lots of water, and I just found I didn't get that puffiness. So I really felt like it helped with my circulation and the fluid as well. So you can take 1 tab 3 times a day or more with water. Remember, all the products are water soluble, so you want to make sure you drink plenty of water. So this is such a popular product. Did anyone want to share their result? I know, Jennifer, you had some great centimetre loss when you got started on the products.
Yes, I did. When I first started, that was the thing that really made me believe in the company, because about 4 days, when I first took it, 4 days later, taking the Formula 1, and we had Formula 1, 2, 3 and 4, I think. Then the cellulose was about 4, and because they've changed products around now. And I know then I had, 1.5 inch weight loss, inch and a half, gosh, words won't come out, less around my hips. And, that's what really did it for me. When I saw 1.5 inches difference on the 4th day, that made me realize this must work. This really, really works. But I do have another story, and I'm kind of hoping it works for me. My grandson is 16, just turned 16 a few months ago, and he's been a giant baby and a giant child, and he's 6'4". But he also likes to cook, and he likes to eat. So for a long time, I've had problems with Sam wanting to get him on the products, and he'd have the odd shake, and he goes to boarding school and they eat lots and they get free food when, there's extra food, and he does like his food. And he'll often cook at home, and he'll cook cookies and cakes and things like that. And so I've been after him for ages to go on the weight loss. And I've been saying, look, Sam, here's me, like in Herbalife all these years. And it's kind of not good. I've got he's 130 kilos and at 16. And so I was feeling a little bit bad, like what's people going to say to me, my own grandson is like a big boy. But as I said, he's a giant child. He was born giant. And anyway, he finally decided to go on the product. So I'm kind of hoping he sticks with it. So he went to camp today. And so they don't like them to have, they're always worried about drugs and all the rest of it at camp. You've got to say everything they're on. So he's taken his Formula 1, and he took the cellulose, and he took some cellulose and product we don't have here, sorry, because I got it from America, and it's the snack defense. So I just wanted to give him a few things to take while he's away without a lot of things. So I'm just hoping that I've continue to have good stories to tell you, and he doesn't go backwards. But I think he's finally realised he's got to do something. So we're waiting to see 130 kilos going downwards, and we'll then share the pictures.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Well, he's got the best coach in Australia, so I'm sure he's going to do very well.
It's hard with family. You need somebody else, as you know.
So, yes, we're looking forward to having that update. So thank you, everyone, for sharing. So let's go on to one of our next products. So the NRG, so Nature's Raw Guarana. And this is a really high-quality product. So it's made from the whole guarana bean, and including the husk and everything. It's not just the liquid, which you'll see often in a lot of cheaper guarana products. So this, I've always been taught that it works on your adrenal glands, not on your nervous system like tea and coffee. So you're not going to get this big peak and a crash. You get this more sustained level of energy. So it's naturally invigorating. It helps to maintain your stamina levels. And raw guarana is known to improve mental alertness and concentration. And for me personally, even though I'm not making a health claim, but for me, I know when I have the NRG, especially at the moment, because we're in spring and all the pollens are blowing around everywhere, and I get that sinus and that kind of where I feel like it's cloudy and that behind the back of my eyes, taking these just really helps to clear my head personally. So I might take 2 or 4. Particularly in the afternoon when most people get tired and hungry, this is a really great one to have in the afternoon. But of course, it's an individual product. You can take it whenever you need. If you're not a morning person, not a problem. Set that alarm for about half an hour before you get up. Have a glass of water with a couple of NRG next to your bed, take them, and that'll really help get you up in the morning. So you can really individualize it for sport and all those sort of things, shift work, long driving with the holidays and things like that at the moment. So 2 to 4 tabs a day or more, just depending on how you want to use it. Some people are quite happy just to have 1 a day. Other people like to have 4 or more. So it's really that individual product. So did I have someone that would like to share a story on their NRG? Okay, if you don't.
Me.
Candy.
So I have been addicted to Red Bull V since I was about 16 years old, and I'm turning 32 in October, so it's almost 16 years. And from the very first about 3 days in, I no longer need to take my V's and my Red Bull, so I've lost that addiction for life. Because I've got the clean energy, and I'm so full of energy, I'm not requiring any more caffeine.
That's fantastic, Candy. I love the way you just said clean energy. I'm gonna use that. So that's fantastic. And you'll be saving money, right?
Yeah, massively.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Is this Candy who was on last week?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing last week as well, and for being on the call tonight. That's awesome.
Cool.
Okay, so let's move on. So when you add the Active Fibre Complex, and this is one of our newer products as well, it's part of one of our programs too, but you can buy it separately. So look, most adults don't get enough fibre, particularly men. So this provides you with the right amounts of soluble and insoluble fibre. So I'll explain what some of the fibres do. So some of the fibres make you feel full, and then there's some fibres that, of course, drinking your water with it, it's like a sponge, and it goes in and cleanses the bowel area, so it makes it nice and healthy. There's fibres that absorb fat and take it out of your body as well, and also helping with bowel health. So you've got all those different types of fibre, and they all have their jobs to do. And you need to have those every single day. So it supports regularity and healthy bowel movement, supports the growth of friendly bacteria, aids digestive health, because we know when your digestive system's working properly, your body's going to work as well as it can, and it's going to be easier to get results at getting healthier and losing weight. So it does provide a feeling of fullness. Mix 1 to 2 scoops into your shakes, cereal, yogurt. I really love it with yogurt. I think it tastes yummy. You could also put it into any of the protein balls and types of recipes. And I do notice in winter, some people have it as a warm drink. So if I've ever got anyone that might have a few issues with constipation, I'll often get them to have it warm, in warm water with as a drink. And I find that's really helpful too. So did anyone have something they'd like to share on Active Fibre Complex?
I use it every day. I love the flavour, and if we had porridge, quite often I might have porridge, especially in the winter, and I sprinkle it over the top. Yeah, it's lovely. So, and I always put it in my shakes as well. So, yeah, I enjoy it very much.
Thank you, Rosemary. So would you like to share your results on the products? What's happened to you?
Sure. I've been on Herbalife, 25 years now, and Herbalife found me, and I'm very grateful to that. I went on a quick start in those times because we didn't, as Jan said, there weren't all the products here then at that time. And I, in 3 days, I noticed a difference in energy level. I lost 8 kilograms over that period of time. I think it was, like 7 weeks. I know you don't tell them how many weeks now, but it was very, it was so easy. I had always, struggled with my weight. I was never obese or anything, but, yeah, just always seemed to carry it on my hips. Look, I feel fantastic. I know we don't talk about health issues, but I know I was diagnosed with a condition called Raynaud's phenomenon, which is a circulation problem, and that was in 1989. I was under a rheumatologist, and he just told me that I possibly could end up having rheumatoid arthritis, scleroderma, or lupus. And I went, oh, okay, never knowing that I was going to come across Herbalife and it was going to come into my life. What I noticed is I know that I don't have any of those issues. I have bumped into a lovely lady I know well who has those issues, and I am honestly so grateful that I have not, because her hands are all sort of not, she can hardly, she has to have, you know, people come and do stuff for her now, and I'm 71 years young. She's, I think, maybe 72, 73, but she has to have help always now. Can't do much for herself anymore. For me, fitness-wise, fantastic. We have a 9-metre pool. I could flat out swimming one length of that pool before Herbalife because of my breathing and whatever. After, I think, about 10 years on Herbalife, I used to always swim the odd length, but I decided to do 100 laps. I thought, well, I'll try. And now I do 100 laps in that 9-metre pool, have done for probably, I don't know, maybe 12 years or more. And I managed to do that in about 35 minutes. So I, feel fantastic. Energy-wise, unbelievable. So for someone of our age like Jan, I just want to stay healthy and well for as long as I can. So I'm not a burden to any of my children. Love Herbalife.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I wanted you to share your fitness side too, because I know like Jennifer, you've had personal trainers, or you probably still do. So it's just so great to see that, you know, it doesn't matter what age you are, we can be fit and healthy and strong. And I just love that. So inspiring. So thank you for sharing.
Pleasure.
Okay, so they're all these products that I've just gone through. So we've gone through the Formula 1 and 2, which makes cellular nutrition, the cellulose for centimetre loss and circulation and cellulite, the NRG for energy, obviously, and the active fibre complex for that filling of fullness and fibre. All of those make the Quick Start program. And as Rosemary said, this was the only one that was available when we got started, 20-something years ago. But we call this the FAST program because obviously we've added extra things in to enhance your results. So this is a fantastic program to start on, but you can choose out of all the different programs that we have. So we've got the instant herbal beverage. So this is, when I first started, there was only the original lemon, which I still love. It's my favorite, but they've introduced peach and the new cinnamon as well, which is fantastic during winter. And you can also add it into your Formula 1 smoothies to make it like a latte, like a chai latte. It's beautiful. And this is one of my favorite products. So I used to eat a whole block of chocolate in one go before, and when I added this in, I just didn't feel like it. So it really helps to blunt the appetite. I find things like high fat, high calorie foods like your chocolates, and there's nothing wrong with a bit of chocolate, like good quality dark chocolate each day as a healthy snack is completely fine, but a whole block probably isn't going to help you get to your goal. So you want to add things in that are going to support you and help you with some of the challenges that we have as we go along. It's alkalining, and the reason I know this is I've got litmus paper, and so when I put it into the coffee, the litmus paper goes orangey red, of course, which is acidic, but when I put the litmus paper into instant herbal beverage, it goes blue, and that means it's alkaline. So great way to start your digestive system. And look, there's nothing wrong with having tea or coffee in moderation, but if you want to start your day with that, it means your digestive system is acidic. So you want to start with something alkalining. It's packed full of antioxidants. It's going to give you that natural energy boost. It helps you get your body in a state of thermogenesis, which helps with assists in fat burning. So it's a bit like when you start exercising, after about 20 minutes, you start feeling really hot. That's when your body's in thermogenesis and in fat burning mode. So the herbs simulate the same sort of thing, which is great. And now you can have this hot or cold, strong or weak. So most people have half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon in hot or cold water. And you can have anywhere from 2 to 8 cups a day as you need. It's one of those individual products. It's really great if you're having it cold with the herbal aloe and the active fibre complex. It's quite a popular drink as well. So, you can really change the taste or even add some different berries and things like that in. But it's definitely one of my favourite products. So did anyone want to share something on their instant herbal beverage?
I can. Gee, I'm going to go it tonight, aren't I?
Yeah,
I think when it comes into the warmer weathers now, I love my tea, but I like to have variety so I don't get bored. So the big green jugs that we have, I fill that up and put in the peach tea, throw in any fruits like the berries, blueberries, raspberries, mint, lots of ice, slices of orange, and then I have it as a cold drink. So I'm still getting the benefits, but then I'm getting the fruit, which I'm sometimes a bit slack on. So if I get it all in a drink, it's nice, and then everyone else wants it too.
Okay, and it's quite visually appealing too, isn't it? When you
absolutely. Yeah.
So excellent. So you can get creative, and we've got the warmer weather starting to come. So let's see if we can get lots of photos and posts up of what everyone's doing with their products to make them different flavors and things like that.
Okay, I'll get a photo next week.
Thank you. That will be awesome. Thank you, Lindy. So when you add the instant herbal beverage to the Quick Start program, you get the advanced program. It's quite popular. And so basically we call this our faster program. So a lot of people start on this as well. And I'm going to show you the next one up as well, which is probably the most popular one in Australia. So herbal aloe. This is definitely a very popular product in Australia. We have our original, which I love. You have your mango, and there's mandarin as well. So if you've got, maybe someone that's a bit addicted to soft drinks and cordial, they could put the flavoured ones in with some sparkling water, which would be a great alternative. Or you can add it in with your shakes or just in some water. I've got the mango one here which I'm doing because I'm talking a lot. And it's beautiful to have every morning and every night. So it's really soothing and healing and calming. We call it liquid gold. It's like a shower on the inside. It's really high quality. It's great for your digestive health. It has cold pressed aloe, and they're eliminating all the things like the aloin out of it. And it's got really important enzymes that help your digestive system. So when you open the bottle of your aloe, make sure you plop it in the fridge, because the enzymes start reducing. So at the end of it, you need to have it consumed within 30 days. It doesn't go off or anything like that, just the enzymes aren't as potent, that's all. So you can mix 3 to 6 cupfuls or more in a glass of water. You can add it, like I said, with instant herbal beverage or the active fiber complex, as long as you're having it cold, because this is heat sensitive, and definitely keep it in the fridge. So it's a beautiful product. I find it's great for your skin. I think it really helps to enhance weight loss and the other products as well. So who would like to share something on the herbal aloe?
I would.
Cool, go Carol.
Yeah. When I first was introduced to this, I had very bad heartburn, and I was told to take it. So I took it by directions, and I took the first mouthful, and I went, oh my God, the pain. But I kept going, and by the time I finished that glass, the pain was completely gone. I just could not believe it. It was one of my favourite products. And about 6 months ago, I actually woke up with food poisoning, actually literally vomiting on my pillow. And I was so sick, I just went and got a litre herbal 24 bottle and filled it up with water and poured about just over half of the aloe into that bottle and sipped on it all that day. It was a Sunday. And I woke up Monday buzzing. It really just cured. I don't claim to cure or, the disclaimer there, but it was amazing.
Cool. And, you're right. We don't claim to cure anything with the products, but I'm sure there's most people on the call tonight have some sort of experience with that, just where you've had an upset tummy. I know I got food poisoning once, and I only had the smallest amount of aloe left. I just went and had it, and I was doubled over in pain, and within half an hour it was gone. So if we don't claim to clear anything, this is really great to support your digestive health. So I'll go on to one of our next products, which is one of the newer products as well, which is our probiotic complex. So look, most people don't have enough friendly bacteria, and when your digestive system gets out of balance, guess what? Your body's not working the way it should. So it's harder to get those sort of health and weight loss results that you're looking for. So you want to have the friendly bacteria in your system to put the balance back into your digestive system. Also to have a strong immune system and to have good bowel health. They all work together in harmony. So the probiotic complex is great because it's just 1 capsule a day. My girls just open them up and chew them, which is fantastic. And probably one of the reasons why they haven't picked up gastro and things from school. And they've got great immune systems. So you can break it up and put it into some water if you can't have tabs. Sometimes I find it floats in my mouth, so I've just got to bite down on it and then I swallow it. But 1 to 2 tabs a day with water. and if you know anyone that's getting sick all the time, anyone that's been on antibiotics, they really need to be having this, and you don't need to keep this one in the fridge, which is great. So when you add the herbal aloe and the probiotic complex to the advanced program, you get the ultimate program. So this is like one of the most popular programs in Australia because it helps to, it's like, we call it our fastest program. And Lydia, are you able to share your results? I'm just flicking through to find you. Are you on the call still?
Hi Shelley, how you going?
Hello, where are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just trying to find, oh, there you are. Yeah, would you be able to share what's happened to you on the products?
Yeah, sure, yep. So 8 years ago, I actually received a flyer in the letterbox. So, you know, it said about the weight loss program and it didn't say what it was, but I made the phone call. I found out a lot about the products. So back at the time, I had just had my second bub. So not feeling very confident. I was still wearing size 16 maternity clothes around the house, and Holly at the time was 5 months old. So yeah, I was actively out there looking for something. The treadmill wasn't doing the job, and neither was cutting back on the food. And that wasn't a good start anyway, because I was a breastfeeding mum and I was a very staunch one. And I always breastfed the girls, you know, right up until about 18 months. So at that particular time, I was just looking for extra energy, Shelley. So I thought, well, if I could get some extra energy, I'd go out actively and start walking and going to the gym. But anyway, at the time I got started on the products. I felt the energy shift within the first 3 to 5 days, which was absolutely amazing. I had so much more energy that I did start to exercise a little bit. I was putting in at least, you know, 20 minutes to a half an hour walk each day with the 2 babies. But at that particular time, you know, before the Herbalife products, the biggest highlight of my day was nana napping. That was the first thing to go in the very first week as well. So yeah, I had been using the products for about, I think it was about 3 months at the time, and I had hit my weight loss goal already. So I'd locked off 10 kilos. And over, I think it was 38 centimetres of body fat the first time round. So absolutely felt amazing. I used the products just to maintain my weight loss for the next 6 months. And then hubby and I decided that we'd like to have a third baby. So I worked with my coach very, very closely at this particular time because of what I wanted from the products is a lot differently to what I wanted in the first place. I wanted weight loss and energy the first time around. So with the third pregnancy, I was actually, you know, just wanting to get that extra energy and vitality. And I didn't want to gain as much weight as what I did the first 2 pregnancies. So with the first 2 pregnancies, I'd put on 26 and 25 kilos. My third pregnancy, I'd only put on 12.8 kilos. Absolutely felt amazing. I had so much more energy. You know, I was mowing the grass right up until 3 weeks prior to having the third bub. But what happened for me, Shelley, was I ended up with gestational diabetes, which most mums know it's around that 29 weeks of pregnancy, 30 weeks of pregnancy. So I really, really had to hook into the products, and I had to use the products, you know, lots of protein and that sort of thing, but I had to use the products to keep my sugar under control. And that's exactly what it did. So I was fortunate enough to just change my diet, tweak my diet that little bit more without having to give myself insulin. So that was really good. Third baby, 8.5 pound baby, very healthy. And then I think it was about week 7 after I had Bodhi, I went back into what we call weight loss mode, and I was able to knock off 9 kilos the third time round and over 40 centimetres of body fat. So yeah, absolutely love the products. But I guess the best part about me, you know, sharing my story is Bodhi, which is the third baby. She's 7 years old now, so being able to maintain my weight loss for the last 7 years, and I think that's what the key is finding a product that is sustainable out there. And I mean, there's lots of products out there, but can you keep using these products to help with better nutritional health, you know, and like you said, the 24 range now, and for myself moving towards, you know, better fitness levels and that sort of thing. So we've got the entire range to do that. Rick, my partner, he's never used the product for weight loss. He's used them to gain muscle mass and that sort of thing. So he's a heavy 24 range guy. So he absolutely loves the products, and the girls have had shapes. Well, you know, the third baby, well, she was what we call a Herbalife baby. But the other girls, since the age of 6 months, they've been having nutritional sprinkled over the top of their Weet-Bix and having a shake every single day with their stuff. So yeah, so we are a great Herbalife family here.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Lydia. That's fantastic. Very inspiring. So as you've heard, you can use the same program to lose weight, to gain weight, to maintain, or just, you know, using it during pregnancy or sports and things like that. So we definitely recommend that you use the products as directed. But I just wanted to show you how you can use all those programs, the Quick Start, the Advanced and Ultimate, to all those different ways. So to lose weight on the products, you need to take any of your tablets and supplements 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And the reason why we spread them out is so that your body can easily absorb them, and make sure that you're drinking enough water, because remember, the products are water soluble. You're having 2 shakes a day for breakfast and lunch, or breakfast and dinner. I've actually got a few people that have their shake in the evening and they have their main meal for lunch. No problems at all. So you're having your 1 main meal, you're eating whatever you love, you just cut back. So the little tip for me is using a smaller plate is very helpful, because I've notoriously always been a big eater. So if I use a smaller plate, I'm more likely to eat less. So once you've got to your goal, we recommend that you go on maintenance for as long as it took you to lose your weight. But of course, a lot of people decide to stay on it long term like we have, because we know the health benefits and that healthy aging benefits as well. So to maintain, you have your tabs 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner, 1 or 2 shakes, or 2 on 1 meal. So you can alternate it on maintenance to have that extra one as a snack, or recovery nutrition after exercise and that sort of thing. To gain weight, which this sounds like lots of fun, you basically have your tablets 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner, but you want to have your tabs after you've eaten, so it doesn't stop you from being hungry, because sometimes weight gainers can find it hard to gain weight because they're not hungry at all, so we're trying to get them to eat more. They have their shakes again in between or after their meals, and 3 meals or 3+ meals a day. So really they can eat as much as they like, but sometimes a weight gainer might not be able to do all this to start with, so you need to work with them to just build up to this if they need to, and they can add as many calories into their shakes as they like. So it sounds fantastic. So you really just want to keep the products fun, because you can have all those different recipes. It's simple. It's just 3-2-1, 3-3-3, or 3-1-2, and it's magical because of the results. And like I said, we're not claiming to cure anything, but people do get amazing results when their body gets what it needs. Okay, and of course we also have our sports nutrition range too, so you can use the products for sports and for other things too. So let's just go through some of our targeted products that you can add into your programs as you go along to enhance your results. So the Chitosan is one of my favorite products. Number one is when I was breastfeeding, I found the Chitosan product really helped with the breast milk production. So that I had oodles and oodles of breast milk, but I had to make sure I drank enough water. That was really important. So I know that even after I finished breastfeeding, I still had milk like 12 months after for some reason, which is great. And the reason why most people add Chitosan into their programs is to help with absorbing some of the bad fats and taking it out of your system, to help with that feeling of fullness, and helping with bowel health with the really high quality dietary fiber. So this is a really high quality product, and it has positively charged particles that for high fat binding capacity. So it basically attracts the bad fats, takes them out of your system. So you need to make sure you're drinking plenty of water. So on average, you have 1 tab 3 times a day or more with water. But as you'll see on the label, if someone's trying to reduce their cholesterol, they can take up to 7 tabs a day. So just make sure they're drinking plenty of water with that. So did anyone want to add something on their Chitosan?
The Chitosan is absolutely great generally for your bowel, even though it's where you want it for collecting fat from, hidden fats in your food. But as they say, you'll definitely get a smooth move. You do notice when you take it, you absolutely notice, when you go to the loo. Absolutely excellent product. It's one of the ones I've got Sam on as well at the moment. And so bit by bit, I'm getting him to start to understand how they all work. As we all know, as soon as you have them, you know how they work. They're great.
Absolutely. So if you're going out and having a treat, like you're having some dessert, just take a couple before with a glass of water, and yes, they're very, very effective. So I've heard them called Cheetah's Delight before. So if you're having a treat, definitely have this product. Okay, so Herbal Lifeline. So anyone with a heart needs this product. So that's everybody. And of course, we know a lot about heart health, and this, some pretty terrible statistics in Australia that someone dies of heart disease every 10 minutes in Australia. Now, if you had a whole plane of people going down like that, there'd be this huge uproar, but it just doesn't seem like, we kick up a big think about this, and we really should. We should be really passionate. I know that most of my grandparents died from, heart-related and products with cardiovascular. They had arthritis, diabetes, and lots of other things as well. So this is a really high-quality omega-3 supplement from deep sea fish. It's great for anything to do with your cardiovascular health and your joint health. And I'd recommend taking 1 3 times a day. I really love it too, because there's a product we used to have which I found helpful with my skin toning, elasticity. I find the good healthy fats and oils obviously in this product to really help with your skin as well. So I know there's some really great results on the group with this product. So who would like to share their Herbal Lifeline result?
I would. I'm happy to. If you, I mean, I use it every day, and what I do as well when I swim, I will actually take a couple of the Lifeline just before I hop into the pool. And what I notice is that honestly, I plough down that pool. It seems to be so much faster and easier. I just love that effect as well. But my mum had a stroke in her 70s. And I've always been advised, you know, that to be just be conscious of that fact. So to me, it's an insurance to keep your heart healthy and also your brain as well. So and my husband, you know, his father actually had a heart attack and died on Christmas morning in 73. So that virtually, when I was introduced to Herbalife, that was one of the things in the back of my mind. I wanted Kev on these products for that reason. So Lifeline is definitely a lifeline. I love it. Yeah.
Thank you, Rosemary. And I guess sometimes people say prevention's better than a cure. So, you know, we're definitely into prevention.
Kelly, a number of us are obviously getting up there in age after all the years. And, you know, this is what they're talking about now. This is a really big market we've got as the ageing market. And I certainly experienced it in the past with my mum and my aunt when they were getting older. They died in their 90s. And, you know, the shake was just so relevant for them then, because often they don't want to eat, they don't have an appetite, or they have a swallowing problem that often happens. And so they get this horrible stuff in nursing homes. It's like a thickened stuff that tastes terrible. And the shake is fantastic for them in every way. They're getting a super good nutritional meal, which is so much better than mashed meat. It looks pretty awful when you see them get that stuff. But also I've seen now with my sister, she's got early Alzheimer's, and so every time I'm tired, my head's sort of a bit fried at the moment because I work pretty well. And but if I forget something, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you know, my sister's got early Alzheimer's. So, you know, we're starting to really realise how important it is when you're older that we've got all the benefit of these products. So one of the things the year gone by, I went to the optometrist that I went to 10 years ago. And when he did my eyes, he actually said, your eye prescription hasn't changed in 10 years since you've been here. Well, I wouldn't have known any different just going to the few other odd people. I basically have glasses for reading only, although I put them on here so you can't see my wrinkles. But basically, I really just need them for close-up reading. My long-distance vision is fantastic. But I am just so glad that I've learned about Herbalife and got involved with Herbalife, because I am now going to be 73 in December. And so it's so important. None of us, you know, want to be lacking in energy or physical ability. That's the most important thing. I think we're starting to think that that's more important than our faces, you know, even though we want the face to look all right. But you really want to have the physical energy. And I've just had a customer the month gone by, a lady across the road who's in her 80s, and she finally said to me, Jennifer, I want to try your shake because I just see you jumping in and out of the car all day long. You know, you're always on the go. I can't believe what you do. And she just sits over there and obviously watches me. So finally, after all these years, she's looking at me, knowing my age, and saying, I want some of that stuff.
That's amazing. Thank you, Jennifer. So, you know, who doesn't want to age healthier and to live longer and live better? So people are watching. So this is
could I just add one thing too with the Herbal Lifeline? Quite often, you know, because prior to Herbalife, I was a yo-yo dieter, the one that you really hate. But I break open the capsules and after a shower, rub it onto my legs, particularly around where spider veins are. And I've noticed probably over the last, say, 4 months that they've faded quite a lot. But I do take it because I had a mild heart attack a few years ago, so I'm very careful about what I take. but the Herbal Lifeline is a lifeline for me, and obviously results do vary and they're not typical, but for me, it's really good to know that my heart is healthy, but it is also good because it's reduced the spider veins too, which I want to be better for summer.
Excellent. That's awesome, Lindy. Thank you so much for sharing. That gives us one more thing, and we can smell nice and fishy.
Yeah.
Just while I think about it, it's so good for arthritis, and we don't even have to make any sort of disclaimers about that, because even my own doctor said once that she had a friend who was a naturopath who had severe osteoarthritis, and she said she was taking 12 marine lipids a day, not necessarily our product at the time, but she was taking 10, 12 fish oils a day. So, it definitely does help with the arthritis and rheumatism type pain, and the stiffness of joints.
Well, thank you very much, Jennifer, for adding that. And Lindy, we really appreciate it. So Extra Cal, so this is really important for healthy aging as well, but also just for our skeletal and nervous systems. So Extra Cal, which is obviously calcium, it has vitamin D and magnesium. So you need vitamin D and magnesium to transport the calcium to the cells in your bones. So it's going to give you better absorption to help with with your bone density. So you take 1 tab 3 times a day. And I know for me personally, even though I can't make health claims, that I've always had anxiety, and this product really, really helps just with my anxiety, just to keep me a lot calmer. I know it feeds my nails, my skin, my hair, my teeth and everything. So it's not just for the bones, but I want to prevent arthritis. I had a lot of horse riding falls, teaching myself how to ride when I was younger. So I do have a few injuries, but I know this product is amazing for that. So they say that 4 million Australians currently live with arthritis at a cost of over $5 billion a year on the treatments for that. So imagine preventing some of these things as well, and getting really passionate. Just this one product alone can make such an impact on people's health. So I'd love some results or stories if anyone would like to share on the Extra Cal. I know it's a really popular product.
I'll very quickly tell you, Kev had issues with his back some years ago and had to have an operation eventually. But before it, he used to, when he'd go to sleep, after he was asleep, his legs would jump off the bed. And what I did, I doubled up and tripled up with the Extra Cal. Once I did that, it stopped. Brilliant.
Excellent. Excellent. So yes, it's such a great product, this one. So I definitely recommend adding it in. And if you know anyone that has issues with their skeletal or nervous system, to add this into their program. So joint support. This is another great one, obviously for healthy joints, people that get a lot of joint pain, aches and pains and things like that. So it has glucosamine with selenium and magnesium as well to help with the absorption. Great for supporting a healthy thyroid as well. So you take 1 tab 3 times a day. And I know there must be people on this call that have got great results with this. So who would like to share their joint support story?
Shelley, it's Jan McMahon here. Okay. With the combination of joint support, Extra Cal and the Lifeline and the Dong Quai, I have great results because I do have a serious back problem. I did have an operation. The right side of me was a lot better since the operation, but the left-hand side is still like it was before I had the operation. I had a serious fall down the stairs at the supermarket where I used to work many years ago, carrying 24 cans of large fruit, and I did it twice, would you believe? Think once would be enough. And that obviously started off the damage as well. And I used to ice skate as a teenager, always falling over as you're practicing jumps and things. So my back has always been a very sensitive area. And obviously as we mature, these sort of things do play up as well. But for me, with the joint support, when that was introduced to Herbalife several years ago now, it did make a big impact apart from the other products I use as well. So the combination of all of those has really helped quite incredibly. But I would horrible to think if I didn't have those products what I would be like. So for me, I'm just so grateful for all these products.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Jan. Yes, so a lot of these do go well together. Like all the products are synergistic, which means they're designed to work together. So a really great point is if you're going into a health food store or somewhere where there's all different brands and everything like that, you don't know if they've been designed to work together, whereas we know the whole Herbalife range complements each other and helps it to work the best possible, getting the best results possible. So definitely keep that in mind. So this is a really popular product as well. Definitely one of my favorites, Dong Quai Plus. They call it the queen of the herbs in China. It's a natural muscle relaxant, helps with muscular aches and pains, helps with sleeping, stress and anxiety, PMT and hormonal symptoms. I know Mackenzie's 11. She's probably going to be, that thing's going to happen next year sometime, and I'm definitely going to have her on Dong Quai all the time. She often chews them because she can't swallow tablets yet. Sometimes she'll have one of these if she has trouble sleeping or has those achy growing pains in her legs. So yeah, if you've got sore muscles and aches and pains, and again, as Jan said, this is a great complement to the Joint Support Extra Cal and Herbal Lifeline if you have any sort of arthritis, aches and pains and bad knees, anything like that. But this is such a great one for stress, and definitely I don't get any PMT pain. So if you know anyone that gets really bad period pains, this is an amazing product. So I know this is really popular. So who would like to share something on the Dong Quai?
Yeah, I will. Firstly, my granddaughters, 20, nearly 22 and 20, they just, absolutely live for Dong Quai. The one granddaughter's got serious endometriosis, three times in hospital last year, and still looks like coming back. But for all the pain and discomfort, she just absolutely kills almost with Dong Quai. I know Shinta Waters, when she's on the call, Shinta is the same. If she's had to go to some country, do some other things, and she's out of Dong Quai, she's getting me to put some in the mail for her, because she says that, also, a female kills for Dong Quai if you have ladies' problems. Just excellent product for headaches, for the bodybuilding, etc. It's just an amazing product to use, and I had great results when I first got into Herbalife. I was diagnosed with unhealthy cells of the uterus. A doctor back then said to me, look, just get on more products and take the Dong Quai. So I took the Dong Quai, just 3 in the night, for about 3 months, and when I went back for the further test to see if I was going to have the ladies op, and they said there was no further sign of the unhealthy cells. So, to me, the first result that they gave me that I had unhealthy cells was probably a nutritional deficiency. And then once I had the Dong Quai, which is known as a muscle relaxant and a blood cleanser in Chinese, then, absolutely fantastic results.
Excellent. Thank you, Jennifer. This is such a popular product, and I definitely recommend that you add this in and start using it consistently. So thank you for sharing, Jennifer. Okay, Rose Guard. So this one is great for your immune system, and it's also great for stress as well. So it has like a cascading antioxidant in it. It's derived from rosemary, and it also has phytonutrients. So it's a really high quality product, great for keeping your immune system topped up all year round. Excellent for stress. A lot of executives use it, and people that have got high stress jobs. And basically your antioxidants are designed to scavenge free radicals. So if free radicals damage your cells and damage your body. So this is an amazing high quality product. So you can take 2 tabs a day or more with meals, and make sure you're drinking plenty of water as well with any of the products. So a really great one to, if you've got someone that's just getting sick all the time, and just says, I always get this in the winter, or, you really want people to top up their immune systems, this is a great one to add in. So do we have a great result on the Rose Guard?
I did hear just recently, Shelley, and I don't think I took it in before, how important it is really to have enough exercise, because of the stress that exercise does cause, on your muscles, etc. And that the Rose Guard is a really good, product for the free radicals that might be released. If I have the right way of putting it, I might have got that the wrong way. But
yeah, no, it's true. That's true, Jennifer, because this product was actually designed for some of the sporting teams, I think it was in Canada, on the off-season when they often got sick, to keep their immune systems boosted up. So it's definitely a sports product as well, because you're pushing your body through more, so there's more free radicals. Anyone that smokes, not that I'm saying you should smoke, but anyone that's taking things that are causing more damage in their body, and there's so many things that do that, so you definitely want to add this one in. So
isn't it great for the liver as well?
Yes, so there's also a liver, help towards a healthy liver. Obviously I haven't put every single benefit on there, mainly for the health claims and things like that, but yes, it's great for liver support. and so is the Dong Quai too. So if you know anyone that's having issues with their liver and just wants a bit of a natural, gentle cleanse, that would be a good one to add in with your herbal aloe. So not making health claims, but that might be a good one to try.
Shelley, I had a customer a number of years ago now and she had a very enlarged liver and it was pressing up under her breast, and she'd had it for like 7 years, been on all the medication without any fixing of it. And I kept suggesting that she tried this. It used to be Rosox those days, but I said to her, why don't you give this a go and see how it goes? Because apparently it's very, very good for the liver. So now after about probably 3 months of talking to her, she said, oh, I'll give it a go. So she decided to take them. So I said, she was already on medication. I said, just take one a day, don't take two, and we'll see how it goes. And yeah, she did this, and she did it for 2 months. Halfway through the second month, she went back to her doctor, and the doctor said, oh, she said, there's a big improvement. She said, your medication's finally working. And she said, oh, and she said, well, I've had been on that for a long time. And she said, I've just got this new product from Herbalife. She said, oh, no, it's probably the medication. Yeah. And she didn't continue after the second month. The second month of it, it didn't continue. So I don't know how her liver is today, but yeah.
That's okay. And I was, thank you for sharing, Steve. I also know, because I asked you for something that I knew about the kidney stones. So can you, even though we can't make health claims, could you share your results with that?
Oh, the kidney stones?
Yeah.
I suffered with the kidney stones for many, many years. And I would have probably anything from 3 to 4 minor attacks every year. And usually about every third year, I'd have a major attack, which I'd be hospitalised at some stages or bedridden for 2 or 3 days. And I had a massive attack Christmas Day before I started on Herbalife. And I started on Herbalife the following April. And that is 14 years ago. I had not had a single solitary kidney stone attack since. Not one.
Amazing result. Thank you for sharing. And like I said, we can't make health claims, but when your body gets what it needs, it will move towards wellness. So thank you, Steve.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Cool. So we're on the home straight. So we just want to run through a couple of extra products that we have that we thought you'd be interested in. Obviously, people sometimes when they're trying to lose weight, or you're just looking for that perfect snack or a sweet treat, and you don't want to overdo it. So I just love the Herbalife protein bars because they give you like 10 grams of protein, and they're only 134 calories. You can cut them up into little pieces and keep them in the fridge, and they're really delicious, you know, and they just make a great alternative to chocolate or a sweet treat. They come in vanilla, almond, chopped peanut, and citrus lemon, which is my favorite. So this is a great way to add healthy snacks in as well. Or you might just want to make up some gifts at the end of the year for the teachers, and with a coffee cup and a protein bar. Great for Easter for anyone that can't have too much chocolate and things like that, as a healthy alternative. You can wrap them up into little bags, maybe one of each. So they just make really great snacks. But I do suggest keeping them in the fridge and then just cutting them up into small pieces. Try not to eat the whole box like a couple of days, which has happened in the past. You can keep them in the fridge. They're nice and chewy and they taste delicious. They've got German chocolate there. They're amazing. So now we're going to go into the H24 range. So this, they say it's nutrition for the 24 athlete, but really if you're just someone that's being active, you're walking, anything where you're using your body, you want to be able to fuel your body and hydrate properly. So we've got 4 products. We've got the Formula One Sport, which is beautiful. It tastes so nice, and you can have this for breakfast and lunch, so basically throughout the day. Your Rebuild Strength, which I will cover, which is after your exercise. The Hydrate. You can drink this all day long, and it just comes in little sachets. You can just put it into your water, and it's nice and lemony, so great for anyone that doesn't like plain water. And then the CR7 Drive, which is co-developed with Cristiano Ronaldo, which is like one of the top soccer players in the world. He's got such a great profile, and working in with Herbalife, and he's very fussy about what he puts in his body. So very high quality hydration product, but it's also designed to take during your games and sports, particularly after the halfway point, so that you can finish strong. So I know the Western Sydney Wanderers use this product to help so they can concentrate, and it's fueling the brain properly to finish strong in any sport or game or whatever you're doing. So I just put a few results here just to show you, and it's not all about bodybuilding. Sometimes it's just about building lean muscle, being more hydrated, and recovering better after exercise. So I'll just show you the 2 products I'm going to cover tonight. So this is the Hydrate here. So you get 20 sachets in a box. It's a citrus orangey flavour, and it gives you superior hydration, bioavailable electrolytes, enhances fluid absorption. So anyone you think maybe doesn't like drinking lots of water, they're not hitting that 2 litres of water a day, get them to add the Hydrate in. It's really, really effective. And also the Rebuild Strength. After you exercise, they say there's like an hour, 60-minute window of when you should have some sort of liquid protein to help assist in your muscle recovery, to help build lean muscle quicker, and obviously you're refueling your system. So I like to do it within 20 minutes, but and up to an hour is perfectly fine. So the Rebuild Strength's great because it's chocolatey flavour. You just mix it into water, 1 or 2 scoops a day, at a time. Within 60 minutes after your exercise. So it does help to stop the breakdown of the muscle, because basically when you exercise, you're damaging your muscles. So that post-recovery protein in liquid form gets straight into the muscles, starts repairing them, helps you to build lean muscle faster, helps you to stay in fat-burning mode longer, and you're going to get better results. So I know there's, as Rosemary said, she's been adding this in, and such a great one. Just being more active, you can add these products into your nutrition range. And it also, the Rebuild makes nice chocolate when you add it to organic coconut oil. It's a really delicious chocolate, and you can make it into a warm drink in winter. So it's really, really versatile. Okay, so the skin, I know we've talked a little bit about this tonight as well. Yes, we've got the internal nutrition, but then we've got the nutrition for the outside. And I just love the skin range. I've used all the Herbalife skin programs, and this is definitely my favorite. There's cleansers, and there's toner, there's a berry scrub, there's a mask, a mint clay mask, there's some beautiful eye gel products which I just love, and moisturizers. So there's really something for everyone, including the men, because men have skin too, so you want to look after your skin and protect it. So if you want to look years younger and really look after your skin, you can choose from the basic, the quick start, or the ultimate programs, but you can also order them individually as well. So if you're interested in trying the skin range, and as you can see on tonight's call, you've got Jan and Jennifer and Rosemary who've shared their stories, and they've had amazing results with the skin too. They use all the skin range, and they're getting fantastic results. And I know at 47 that I'm excited about getting into my 50s, because I know that I can help with the aging process. So did Jan, Jennifer, or Rosemary, did you want to share a little bit about the skin range?
I use it all the time, religiously. So I love the skincare. Couldn't be without it. Love it.
Fantastic. Jan, what about you?
Yeah, absolutely the same as Rosemary. Use it morning and night. And the mask always is absolutely, the green mask is beautiful. Absolutely. Your skin really, you do see a difference after you put the mask on, and it lasts, for a good few days after. Usually once a week I do it. If I'm going out, I'll always put it on before I go out, and, make your skin look sparkly as well. But no, I love all the skin range.
So here's some of the results that people have achieved, and we say you can get results in 7 days. So sometimes it could be acne, it might just be some of those lines. So obviously the exfoliation products, the masks are great as well, improving your complexion, making the skin smoother, obviously helping with puffiness and dark circles around the eyes, and it's great shaving cream for men as well. So it's definitely for the men and as well as for women. So if you want to get the best results possible, add in some of the Herbalife skin range, and to get the results on the outside as well for healthy aging.
Shelley, just for the teenagers too, Sam always takes it to school and uses the mask for his teenage pimples that he's getting, and it just makes such a difference, when he does his face and looks like it's like 100% better.
Yes, well, I gave Mackenzie some cleanser. I've never had someone go through it so quickly before. Mine lasts like 6 months, and Mackenzie just ripped through that in like a couple of months. But yeah, so it's great for teenagers as well. But yeah, just let them know they only need a small amount. So a great way to try two of our most popular products, which is our Formula One Vanilla and the Instant Herbal Beverage Original. We just wanted to let you know that there are trial packs available. So if you've got someone that just wants to try it before they upgrade to a full program, definitely tell them about the trial pack. They get 6 sachets of the Formula One, 3 sachets of the Instant Herbal Beverage, plus they've got you as a coach helping them with lots of amazing recipes and things like that. So this is a really great one for someone that's maybe just not sure, maybe they're on a tight budget and they just want to try it before they upgrade to that program. I would definitely recommend the trial pack. So something to keep in mind too, if you're brand new and listening to this tonight, is keep in mind that we have a VIP member option. So once we know that you love the products and you're getting great results, you can actually do the VIP option where you can get anywhere between 25 to 50% off. You get a Herbalife member pack for $83. It gives you 25% discount for 12 months. You get a Formula One Vanilla in there as well. And then it's only $16 a year to maintain that. So it's a great way to save money on your products every month, or maybe you might be interested in earning some extra income for Christmas. So all you need to do is just ask your coach how. So I'd just like to thank everyone for sharing on tonight's call. I think there were some fantastic results and stories shared. And we really thank you for watching. And if you're interested in starting your healthy, active lifestyle today, get back to the person that invited you to watch this webinar, and we really want to help you be the best version of you, okay? So remember, we're doing the 20% exercise, 80% nutrition, which is the most important way to get results, and then the 100% mindset, and that's with the help of a coach and support and accountability. So this has been recorded, so make sure you send it out to everyone you know, and we're looking forward to you helping you get the best results possible. So thank you everyone for being on the call.
And Shelley, just quickly, we have all the kickoffs around. We've got a kickoff in Brisbane this Saturday. I guess I didn't look, but I guess at the PLC office. And I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at the other, state, but I presume they've got kickoffs all around Australia.
Yep. Yes. So if you've got someone that maybe wants to go along and hear more great results, they might want to learn more about the products. Even learning more about how they can do this as a business, become a wellness coach. Definitely get along to any of the events that are happening all around Australia and overseas. Remember, we're in over 90 countries. So who do you know in all those different areas? And of course, if you know someone that's from somewhere else and you want us to look after them for you, just let us know, and we'll make them feel welcome, okay? So thank you everyone for sharing your stories and results tonight. I really appreciate it. We'll definitely do another one of these in the next couple of months. And I'll send the recording out tonight.
Thanks, Shelley. That was excellent.
Thank you, everyone. I'm just going to stop recording now.